One of the most bittersweet feelings in gaming is when you've completed everything worth doing. The Sisyphus who made it to the top of the mountain. In modern times, for modern games, this feeling by the player is an absolute nightmare for the developers. My name is Saint Tontus, and I'm here to talk about longevity in gaming, and why Wuthering Waves, releasing on May 22nd, is a worthwhile investment for any gamer, no matter what brings them to the genre. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below. Replayability is the main factor that drives player retention within gaming. Competitive online multiplayer games, ranging from first-person shooters like Apex Legends or Call of Duty, to multiplayer online battle arenas like Dota 2 and League of Legends, drive this replayability through an addictive, mechanic-filled gameplay loop that grants a fresh experience each time someone queues up for a game. Players either engage casually, simply enjoying the gameplay, or immerse themselves in game knowledge, build up their skill, and begin playing a little bit more competitively. Players decide to either simply have fun with the game, or get better at it. Oftentimes, these two goals are mutually exclusive. Developers of a live service gacha game ask themselves one question throughout development and maintenance of their game. How do we grow and retain players? There are a variety of factors that drive player engagement, like the appeal of the characters, the satisfaction of the gameplay, and the feeling of constant progression as you invest more and more time into the game. If your characters aren't getting stronger, or if you're not getting better, what's the point? In an RPG specifically, you want to make progress towards some kind of goal with every session you play, be it an RNG-fueled gear grind, character upgrades, or exploration of the world. Setting goals and completing them is what draws people to a game, and as long as people can continue making new goals, they'll stay. Wuthering Waves is a game that has many goals a player can set for themselves. Exploring the overworld and looting chests goes hand in hand with acquiring equipment, or echoes, from the monsters that you slay on this grind. Materials to upgrade equipment and characters, on the other hand, are farmed through a time-gated resource called wave plates. If you're familiar with pretty much any other game in the gacha genre, this is your energy. At the end of the day, while upgrade materials may remain locked behind wave plates, you can still spend that downtime farming equipment from monsters in the overworld. One of the biggest frustrations that I have ever had as a Genshin player is just the lack of meaningful, grindable content you have outside of some specific in-game events or endgame modes. Even in these scenarios, they are a one and done and reset after a 2-week period.
Oh, but St. Tontus, you can grind up to 100 green or white artifact pieces every day by following this 15-minute route through the overworld.
Anybody able to actually grind this out every single day without possessing some kind of problem is a stronger person than me. Running around a pre-planned route on the overworld and spamming the interact key for 15 minutes is a task that frankly does not respect my time, no matter what the rewards are. This requires just enough mechanical input to keep your full attention on the game and map, while simultaneously being one of the most boring things you can do in the game. This is literally resinless behavior. When you invest a lot into a game, you value the opportunities to partake in low-stress inputs or activities that still make meaningful progress for your account. Things like AFK skilling in old-school RuneScape, or for the internet boomers out there, just grinding experience in Maplestory. Wuthering Waves provides this opportunity by allowing the best equipment in the game to drop from overworld monsters, ones that respawn. It's also immediately clear the progression that your account is making, as you'll clear mobs faster while simultaneously unlocking more and more of those potential gear upgrades. This is a fantastic gameplay loop that heavily incentivizes players to log onto the game even if their wave plates are low. Progression for characters goes beyond the gear grind and actually extends into the gacha. When characters pull 4-star or 5-star characters or weapons, they'll receive Afterglow Corals, which can be redeemed in the in-game store for either more pulls or copies of owned characters that can be used to raise sequence levels, and in turn unlock new skills or combat potential for the account. This includes the on-banner limited 5-star character, with up to 2 sequence copies available. That means that a player can pull for just 1 copy of a limited character, save up this currency after their banner, and then immediately purchase 2 copies of that limited character on their next rerun. It's expensive, but an option Kuro has added for those looking to vertically progress their account. It is no lie at all that many individuals dream of owning a Constellation 6, Eidolon 6, basically a maxed out character, and Kuro is making this much more attainable for the general populace. Aside from strengthening their characters, Wuthering Waves allows players to set goals for their own game knowledge and skill. The difficulty of combat encounters in the overworld and in resource dungeons is set quite low, with many opportunities for players to recover from either a bumbled parry or a mistimed dodge. The difficulty and the mechanical requirements for the player reach scale much higher with the addition of hologram bosses as endgame content. These fights, consisting of up to 6 scaling difficulty levels, introduce new boss mechanics that will provide players with a challenge akin to hardcore RPGs, like the Dark Souls trilogy, Bloodborne, and of course, Elden Ring. These challenges provide a reasonable, yet not overwhelming reward, making it unnecessary for players avoiding difficult content, while providing a genuine feeling of pride and accomplishment for players that are searching for it. There is a reason why people post on social media about beating Melania, or why video clips of somebody beating the first boss in Elden Ring go viral. It's nice to be able to do hard things, and tell other people that you did them too. Killing these bosses alone is an immense form of payoff for all of the time that a player has spent learning this game's incredible mechanics. In short, Wuthering Waves has a little something for everybody. If you're a more casual player who is looking to just gradually build characters and explore the world, the game is going to match your pace. Then, if you do decide you want to turn off your brain, grind a little, and progress your account a little bit more, you have plenty of opportunities to do so. On the other hand, if you're a player who thrives on the edge of the hardest content, you'll have plenty of opportunities to almost infinitely grind your characters and your gear in countless boss fights to show off those hands. There are many content creators out there uploading frame-perfect gameplay and tackling fights way outside of their intended power level. I'll personally be looking to complete some of the hardest content possible as soon as possible, so hopefully I'll have that out for you all very soon. Wuthering Waves has done a fantastic job in providing meaningful goals for players across the gacha audience. One of the most bittersweet feelings you can have with a game is when you've done everything worth doing, and you're getting little back for your time. With a game like Wuthering Waves, and the track record Kuro Games has in providing satisfying endgame content with varying levels of difficulty and fantastic rewards, it'll be a long time before players are done with Wuthering Waves.